Chelsea.
Hello and welcome back to another typical City watch-along. Blues, straight into it. I'm nervous. I am so nervous about this game. And it's them red... Liverpool and Arsenal, their results have absolutely put the frights up me. I'm not going to lie, they've put the frights up me. We are in a title race. They are not messing about, are they? There was a little glimmer of hope in my prediction for the Liverpool and the Brentford game because it was 12:30. I thought Brentford, they gave us a test, and it was thanks to Phil Foden that we dominated that game eventually. But I was kind of hoping something might happen in that game, and there was nothing of the sort whatsoever. Same again with Arsenal. I was thinking there is a slight possibility that they could scrape a draw. Burnley are due a point. Do you know what I mean? I was kind of thinking along those lines today, getting positive. Oh, they've absolutely hammered them both. And one thing I failed to mention in the preview as well, mind you, was the fact that we could stay in third today, even if we win. And that's very likely to happen now thanks to goal difference, because Arsenal have gone and stuffed like the Christmas turkey. Burnley have been absolutely stuffed by Arsenal. 5-0, and that's following a 6-0 as well. 11 goal plus goal difference in the space of 2 games. We're in a fight. We are absolutely in a fight. Massively so. And the team news is kind of what I expected from Chelsea. And the only one change that from my preview I predicted, well, apart from the goalkeeper as well, I got 9 out of 11 right for Chelsea's predicted starting 11, as well as one wrong on the City starting 11 as well, which is Alvarez starting, which I've not got a problem with the individual. I just feel like this is a Bernardo Silva game for me. It's rare that Pep doesn't play Bernardo Silva in these big games. And I'm surprised he's not done it this time. A lot of my focus in the preview was who's going to collect the ball now. Because you know what Conor Gallagher's going to do. You know what Palmer's going to do. Raheem Sterling's going to do. Certainly if they try and emulate that same tactics that they employed at Stamford Bridge, which was a narrow press, but Conor Gallagher pushed up alongside Nicholas Jackson, who starts tonight instead of Nkunku. And those two would just block the channels. It's allowing allowing Diaz to have the ball and blocking the channels mostly to Rodri, because he's the most effective one when he receives that ball in midfield. His ability to turn, find a City shirt, his range of passing is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Whereas Manuel Akanji, he's a threat for them. Of course, they've got to pay attention to him. But obviously the focus is going to be on Rodri from Conor Gallagher's point of view. In which case that's then going to bring... City figured that out in the second half. Pep figured that out in the second half and brought back, Bernardo Silva to come and collect the ball and give another out ball for Diaz to pass to. And as soon as we started doing that, the game opened up. Chelsea were getting pierced. Their whole formation was just getting penetrated with ease. Who's going to do that? KDB is the most likely candidate to fill that, that duty today, to go back, pick up those balls off the defenders. But do you want him doing that? He's more dangerous at the other end of the pitch. So it's going to be really interesting what Pep does with his tactics. It really is. And it's so good to see the chat in there as well. People enjoying my jumper already. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? It's one of them. If you know, you know. Men mostly know. I'm sure women do, to be fair. What am I playing at? As if women don't. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Dudley, good to see you, my friend. Letty, that's true, my friend, as well. Please do smash the like button, as Letty suggests. Thanks, mate. Church of the Poison Mind's gone 4-0. City win. It's bold, mate. That's bold. I mean, we need it. We actually need it, to be honest, because this goal difference isn't looking too good at the minute, is it? Like, what is the actual goal difference now? We're 5 behind. They've completely thrown it like on its head. That's like more than a game's worth of goals, effectively. Because City aren't beating teams 5-6-0 this season. We've only done it to Fulham and I think Bournemouth as well. We beat them quite comfortably earlier on in the season at the Etihad. But no one's received there has been seasons where we were going 3 or 4-0 like every other game. It seems a lot closer this season, and that's frustrating. So 4-0, mate. I hope so. Section 20, good to see you. Robbie, Ryan, how you doing, Ryan? Cortez, Spy, Avik, Muna Classics from Canada, all the way from Canada, mate. Hope you're well. And Jeremy, Ziola, Abdi, Danny W, Adam, Aaron Borson. Big up Aaron Borson, by the way. Aaron Borson, for anyone who's wondering, is Stefan Borson's brother. Sorry if I keep repeating that, Aaron. You probably want to keep yourself somewhat private in your life, and here's me giving your whole family tree to the chat. Hope you don't mind that, mate. But Stefan Borson, who's the one who tore Simon Jordan, a new arsehole, on Talk Sport rather well. Kevin Hughes, Sub-2's popped in, enjoying the jumper. Yeah, mate. It's good, isn't it? Oil Club, mate. Well, if you know, you know. This is City style. Let's throw it back in the faces of people who say these things. Do you know what I mean? This is City. This is the way of City. We always do this. We're not afraid to own what people call us, and we laugh at what you call us. Do you know what I mean? We make it into a joke. Hence the hoodie buzzing. Marie, good to see you, Marie, as well. But this game, I mean, a lot of my thinking now is so panicky because of Liverpool and Arsenal, and they've. You know, we're not that far away from calling this the end of the season now. What, we got on 25th game? We've obviously got a lot more games to play. I mean, we're on game 23. They've played game 25. So, obviously, there's plenty. We're still well in the driving seat. Well in the driving seat. It's just, you know, if we come away with a win today, it's going to be bigger than I pictured it to be honest. Because I really thought the Liverpool game and the Arsenal game would be a little bit closer, but they'd get the job done somehow. But they didn't just get the job done. They ripped them apart eventually, didn't they? Little worry at the end there for Liverpool with Brentford getting a goal back. But Arsenal just dominated. Liverpool more or less dominated away at Brentford as well, which we found is not an easy task. And it's made me worry. But you know full well they'll be tuning into this game right now and thinking, right, this is a real problem for City, this. Because not only have we done a psychological damage to the way they're going to enter this pitch, the way they cross the white line against Chelsea, there's going to be a problem for City to ignore that, because normally we just get on with it, don't we? We ignore them, and more often than not we do ignore them. But when your rivals are winning 5-0 and 6-0 and 4-1, you can't help but take notice, you know? You can't help it. It's easy, we can talk about it. You just hope the players haven't let that shift focus at all and realise. Do you know what I mean? The issue is now goal difference as well, because we might go into this game thinking we better get the goal difference up. This isn't the game for that. This is the game to just win. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to go into this game and think, right, not only have we got to win, we've got to win convincingly because they're winning convincingly. No. This is the game just to win by any means necessary. Whatever. No problem. Team news, I haven't given it yet. Petrovic is in goal. That's good news. Because I didn't think he was that convincing in against Palace. He did let in. It looked on your screen. It looked like a worldie, like a really good finish from Jefferson Lerma for Crystal Palace. But I thought he could have done better. So maybe we could ask Petrovic a few questions early on. See what his nerves are like. Are there any nerves jangling in his play as goalkeeper? Try some long shots from outside the box. Gusto is right back, Disasi and Colwill centre back for Chelsea, Ben Chilwell left back, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, all £200 million of them, and some, in central midfield. Cole Palmer on the right, Conor Gallagher, who I'm dreading him, Conor Gallagher. He's not even a good, technically he's an okay player, he's decent. He has got a goal in his locker as well. It's just his work rate. You know, he works so hard, and I haven't seen Rodri have an outstanding game against him. He certainly made Rodri have difficult games. You know, he's a problem. He's a problem. He's the thorn in the side for our midfield. Every time we go up against him, I hate playing against Conor Gallagher. Raheem Sterling, who I predicted who hasn't been starting, and I had a feeling that he was going to be thrown into the starting 11 for this game because he will have a point to prove coming back to the Etihad. And Nicholas Jackson up front for Chelsea. For Manchester City, Ederson. And I imagine it's a back three of Walker, Diaz and Ake. Akanji, like I predicted, no John Stones. I thought that would be the case because John Stones did play the full 90 against Copenhagen, and he's someone we need to be careful of, as is Ake as well. Ake worries me because Gvardiol's out. So, you know, we're putting Ake through his paces now, which is someone who does need the occasional rest. Alongside Akanji, thank God, is Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne and Alvarez, which is a surprise. I am surprised to see Alvarez, but he loves him, Pep, doesn't he? He absolutely loves him. He plays him in almost every opportunity. On the left is Doku with no Grealish. That was kind of inevitable. Foden, I imagine, is on the right. Haaland up top. Erling Haaland as well, who was a frustrated figure at Stamford Bridge. Didn't get a goal, did he? Or did he? No, he did. I can't remember who scored our goals, but I'm pretty sure Haaland wasn't one of them. Correct me if I'm wrong. But either way, I think Haaland's due a goal. Teams are walking out now. I'm nervous. Blues, if you could drop a like on the stream, it massively, massively helps. And subscribe. Consider subscribing if you're new. Trying to get this community growing a little bit. I got a new drink as well. Look at this. Mrs. got me this for Valentine's Day. Can you see that? It's a bloody beer. It's a beer. Chocolate, caramel and cookie flavoured beer. What the fuck is this going to take? I've been saving it, you know. I've been saving it. I'll save it for that Chelsea match. That's what I thought. This could be a terrible idea. Terrible idea. But I'm looking forward to this game. Oh, I might have to take that back in a minute because I don't know if I actually am looking forward to this game. I'm full of nerves. Him, Cole Palmer as well. We've got to keep him quiet as well because I can't be doing with the headlines of City letting a gem go for 40 million and him coming back to haunt us. But it shows where Chelsea are at for me. If Cole Palmer is the the shining star in their squad right now, he gets on our bench. Do you know what I mean? He gets on our bench on a regular basis. Let's not do him too much of a disjustice. He deserves to be on Manchester City's bench. I think he's that good. He doesn't get anywhere near our starting 11. And to call him a star boy, it shows where Chelsea are. And that's not knocking Cole Palmer. He could go on to different levels. I think he could grow to become a genuinely better player. City were obviously having... And Cole themselves, different ideas of where the two paths were going. City obviously couldn't provide the minutes that he wanted here and now. But I think Chelsea's business, that's the best bit of business they've done. By far and away, the best bit of business they've done. Cheers, Jeff. Appreciate that, mate. Jonny, say hi. My wife and friends who are listening. Hi to your wife and friends who are listening, Jeff. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're all good. Mustafa's got his lucky burrito out. I hope that's not an innuendo. And an actual burrito. But anyway, teams are out. Team news is being announced on the screen. 5:30 already. Am I behind or something here? I should have already kicked off, but they're taking their sweet time with this one. Let's get on with it, boys. And girls, of course. Danny W's got some beer and peanuts. But yeah, I'm going to try this now. This, what is it? Chocolate, caramel and cookie. This could go downhill very fast. The smell. That hits you straight away. Yeah, no. That's odd. That's weird. There's so many things going. Am I like one of those wine tasters? You know, who tells out, there's a distinct smell of old leather and a passionate amount of sawdust. Just a little sprinkle of squirrel piss in there as well. Delicious. No, it's chocolate, caramel and cookie. It tastes like coffee, to be honest. Oh, that's a weird one, that. That's a weird one. But huddles before the game. Why are we kicking off so late? It's already 31 minutes past. Let's get the clock started. Cheers, Marie. Yeah, it's Oil Club Big M. If you know, you know, mate. If you know. That's what City do, mate. We throw things back into the faces of those that say these things. You know, we've done it for years. It's the City way. We live in irony. Typical City. The channel name used to mean a very different thing. And we're off. Game is underway. Chelsea get us started. I'm surprised Chelsea, to be fair, it's enough to tell the difference, but Chelsea are playing in a dark blue, City in a light blue. Now that I can see it properly, there's enough of a difference there to not have a colour clash. But Chelsea firing the ball around early as well. Conor Gallagher's got the ball, Rodri steps in and Alvarez wins the ball as well. Here comes City the other way with space as well. Kevin De Bruyne out to Jeremy Doku. Gusto and Enzo Fernandez to beat. He stops onto his right foot. Let's check the clock's working. Oh, Kanji. Rodri. Let's have a look at the shape. Kevin De Bruyne is pretty high up. Alvarez looks to be the man who's going to be dropping even deeper. You know, he's getting further and further away from the position he actually wants to play in, which is centre forward. Pep's got so much admiration. Big interception from Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne with space on the edge of the area. Haaland's on the edge of the area, onto his left foot. Alvarez first time round the post it goes. Goal kick Chelsea, but good football from City so far. Sloppy from Chelsea. Caicedo giving it away. Immediately Kyle Walker steps in with a big interception. Kevin De Bruyne lays it across the face of goal, across the edge of the area to Haaland, who sets up Alvarez for a first time effort, and it goes just wide. Big M's gone Kyle to score, mate. Kyle Walker to score, that's bold. Do you know what I've just realised as well? I saw it in the glimpse of my eye when I was sipping it. This is 8%. I'm going to be shit-faced. Absolutely rat-arsed at the end of this. On a beer I don't even enjoy drinking. But Kyle Walker with the throw-in. Edison. What did you all make of Liverpool and Arsenal as well? Are they worrying you? They're starting to worry me a fair bit, you know. Because you've got Liverpool who've got the know-how. Liverpool have always had that know-how. Klopp and his ability to get the best out of players. That's not unfamiliar. We're well aware of that. I think Arsenal this season is starting to show that they weren't doing this to teams last season, Arsenal. They weren't battering teams as we enter this stage of the season. They weren't doing it. I know it's Burnley, and I mean, West Ham were absolutely atrocious. So, you know, but still, they've got to beat what they put in front of them, you know, and they did it convincingly. And we're not doing that to teams. Offside. Nicholas Jackson there, long ball up from Petrovic. But they did make some changes, Liverpool, at half-time, which might be interesting for the title race. Diogo Jota went off. Looked a bad one as well. His knee looked like the problem part of his body for why he went off the pitch. And if it's your knee, it's usually a little bit, because he's been brilliant for them this season, Diogo Jota. So if he's gone off injured, and Darwin Núñez, who I laughed at the majority of last season. I think most City fans laughed at Darwin Núñez, in particular when you're comparing Erling Haaland to Darwin Núñez. But this season, I don't know if you've seen the game, but his finish was really, really composed. Like such a good finish. And that alone worries me. But he too came off at half-time. I don't know whether that was tactical or an injury, though. I haven't heard. But City keeping the ball. The game's gone really slow all of a sudden. City knocking it around at the back. I think we're just sizing each other up a little bit now. Seeing what's what. What's the formation. City throwing in our own half. Pep's about 20 yards out of his technical area there. Immediately trying to get the game flowing with a bit more tempo, I think. Hey up, Douglas. How you doing, mate? So yeah, Akanji is in midfield offering that out ball, and you can see straight away Conor Gallagher is just running around but not really closing down Ruben Diaz, just doing that, you know, looking over his shoulder, checking where Akanji is, checking where Rodri is. It's the game plan I said in the preview. It's exactly the same. And I'm really surprised that Pep's not bringing someone deeper to come and collect that ball. Look at Conor Gallagher right now. If you're on 4th minute and 28 seconds, look at Conor Gallagher and Jackson now. Look at him. He's in front of Rodri, constantly looking to get in front of Rodri. Rodri's trying to get in front of him to give him an out ball. City have slowed it down to see what's what. And there's Alvarez coming to drop deep. There you go. That's what we've got to do. We've got to offer someone else in midfield, or we can't get out. We won't be able to get out from the back tonight. Long ball from Edison trying to find Kyle Walker. And Sterling's immediately in his face, and back we go. It's exactly what happened at Stamford Bridge. Exactly what happened. But there you go. Rodri's been found. Pocket of space. He can turn now. Rodri fires a ball across, and Chilwell intercepts. Sterling. He's spun Kyle Walker there. He's knocked it down the line to Nicholas Jackson with Ruben Diaz to beat. And he does really well, Ruben Diaz. Sorry, that's a foul, referee. Doesn't even stop. Where's the foul there, referee? He's had his hands round his waist. Foden. Is that a foul, ref? Yeah, it is. How you doing, Jack? And Issa, nervous about Chelsea off the ball, but this lineup has me confident. I don't know. I should be confident. I don't know why there's doubts crept into my mind. I've let them do it. I've let Liverpool and Arsenal do it. Lovely ball by Akanji into the feet of Haaland. Knocks it off to De Bruyne. Foden down the right wing onto his left foot. He dummies it and he's had to be go away from goal. He needs to be sharper there. Phil Foden, Chilwell's and Enzo Fernandez have taken the ball off him and he gets a tackle and it's out for a throw-in. But he's got to do better there, Phil. Really good opportunity. He turned away from the shot and Enzo Fernandez and Chilwell together just quite easily take the ball off him. Cheers, Mustafa. Appreciate that, mate. See you all at half time. See you then, Timmy. That's not good, that beer. That's like... Ugh. The concept of it. I love chocolate, I love caramel, and I love cookies, but put them in a beer. Don't know. Oh, no. Nicholas Jackson's laid it off to Conor Gallagher. Cole Palmer. Gusto was going for the overlap. He thought about it. Now he's going again. Doku gets back. Well done, Doku. Slows down Cole Palmer, but he's been fed. And Conor Gallagher's in. Conor Gallagher's across the face of goal, and Kyle Walker clears it. First genuine opportunity for a half opportunity, really, for Chelsea. And Conor Gallagher again is the man. Cole Palmer into the from the right-hand wing. Feeds it into Enzo Fernandez. First time ball round the corner to Conor Gallagher. Gets it across the face of goal, and I think it was Caicedo waiting in the 6-yard box, but Kyle Walker. Jonny Beer review stream, yeah. Shit. This is my review. Shit. 8% though, so you're getting something out of it. Lovely. Defending by Manuel Akanji and Phil Foden, sloppy. City got the ball back. Edison just goes long this time. Says, go and have that. Go on, Jeremy Doku. Chase that. Gusto. Oh, and he's lost the ball, Gusto. That's a foul, referee. Yes, he's given it. Gusto couldn't read the flight of the ball from Edison. Jeremy Doku gets underneath it and then uses his strength. He's so strong, Jeremy Doku, isn't he? So strong. Just throws Gusto to the floor and then Gusto just holds onto his shirt and swings a leg as well. Brings Doku down. Typical beer. Yeah. That's a point, Stefan. We've never really been in a title race with two teams. Not really. It's always been one or the other. I can't remember the last time a Premier League had three teams fighting out for it. This is probably the stage of the season where one of the three, if there ever has been a three-horse race, I think United back in the day were close to a three-horse race with us. I think it was the Mourinho and Pep days. I think they were close. And I'm sure there was another team involved. But yeah, out and out, really, there's only been a two-horse race, especially with like 10 games to go. There's 13 games to go for Liverpool and Arsenal, but this free kick to City is going to come in the box. Foden, it's a poor one. Cleared by Caicedo. Alvarez is thinking about the shot. He has his shot and it's headed up in the sky by Enzo Fernandez. And Petrovic comes out flapping. He's flapping. And Ruben Diaz nods it. Petrovic, there you go. I do not like the look of this goalkeeper. I'm telling you. I said to you, test this goalkeeper. Get some shots on. Alvarez's shot, it doesn't even test Petrovic because Enzo Fernandez nods it up into the air and Petrovic comes underneath it trying to punch and he's flapping at that. Flapping. And Ruben Diaz nods it and it goes straight into the hands of Petrovic. Lucky. Akanji with an interception there. Conor Gallagher's worrying me, you know. He really is. He always has an absolute blinder. Even when he was on loan at Crystal Palace, he used to put in such good performances against City. Crystal Palace, man. Always been a weird team at the Etihad, haven't they? I remember when they had Wan-Bissaka against Leroy Sané. He just pocketed Leroy Sané. And you don't often say that about Leroy Sané, do you? Kevin De Bruyne down the right wing. Foden was going to go for the underlap there inside the channel, but he decides against it. Kyle Walker. Manuel Akanji. Into Alvarez. Back to Akanji. City knocking about. De Bruyne is very much a right winger right now. He's got a pocket of space. Though Alvarez has found in the middle. Doku on the left. City prodding and probing a little bit. Doku's slowed the game down a little bit. Goes back to Ake. Back to Doku. He's got Gusto to beat and Cole Palmer are both double teaming here, but that means someone's free. Someone's free. Alvarez is that man, and he's not free because Conor Gallagher's picked his pocket, and Gallagher's bringing it away. Nicholas Jackson down the right wing, Sterling down the middle, and he's overhit his pass Jackson, and it goes straight through to Edison. And there's bloody Conor Gallagher again, causing problems. He is in midfield, Mustafa Akanji. So not quite the Maldini. But, I mean, Maldini was unbelievable, wasn't he? Probably could have played as a midfielder, Maldini. 15 million for Akanji. I think last season was a better season for Akanji than this season, but he's not been bad this season by any stretch of the imagination. No way. I think he's been decent. And factoring in that he cost 15 million, that's such a good signing. I mean, even Borussia Dortmund fans were like, yeah, we don't mind, you can have him. Alvarez, down the left wing, decent cross, Haaland! Oh! Headers over the bar. That was an opportunity, you know, that's straight onto the forehead of Erling Haaland, and first glance, I'm thinking he could do better. It's a great ball by Alvarez. Oh, Erling, mate. Let's have a look. It's on his forehead, and he's 50p headed it. That's a 50p head if I've ever seen one. Anyone who in the US is wondering what I'm talking about, a 50p head. 50p in the UK is a hexagon shape. So if you head the ball with a hexagon, it's going to boing fly off like at an angle. And that was a 50p head from Erling Haaland. He needs to sphericalise. That's not a word. I just pulled that out. He needs to get a 2p head and just nicely, you know, cushion it into the back of the net there. Foden turns. Oh, Enzo Fernandez has picked his pocket again. Foden struggling at this, 12 minutes in. Sterling one-on-one with Akanji. Is he going to beat him? Sterling, saved by Edison. Shot came from outside the box and Edison saw it all the way, but it was an opportunity for Chelsea. This beer is like coffee coloured. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. It was shit the last time I drank it. Foden, down the right wing. Kevin De Bruyne is very much like partnering up with Phil Foden. De Bruyne's first ball across the face of goal goes all the way across the face of goal, but Jeremy Doku picks it up. Alvarez. Come on, City. Come on, City. It will get better the more you drink it. It will be, yeah. Hopefully this game gets better the more I drink it as well. Because City are... we're in a game here. Chelsea don't look, you know, out of sorts at all. We're not dominating. Chelsea have posed a little bit of a threat. They've picked our pockets a couple of times. Posing a threat, gone the other way. They've had one fired across the face of goal from Conor Gallagher. Raheem Sterling's shot. What have we got to speak about? Petrovic flapping at it. That's about it. Haaland. He's come deep, Haaland. Really deep. I rarely see him do that. Ruben Diaz. This is what I said. They're going to let City have the ball at the back. They're just blocking the ball into Rodri and Akanji mainly. And I mean, Rodri's nowhere near. He's left wing right now, Rodri, and Cole Palmer's tried to steal it off him, but he doesn't do that. Doku's got the ball. Akanji in the middle of the park, back to Ruben Diaz. Akanji. He's dispossessed. Akanji's getting back. He needs to get a big touch on it. He doesn't. Cole Palmer one-on-one with Nathan Ake. Gusto on the overlap. Alvarez getting back and blocks the cross. Well done, Julian Alvarez. Massive bit of defending from a man you don't really want to be defending. But there he was, defending when needed. Brilliant from Alvarez. That really good. Doku's coming the other way now. Into the path of Rodri with a big pile of space. He has a shot. Deflected. And it's cleared by Disasi and Enzo Fernandez coming away. Nearly lost the ball there. He's been a bit sloppy so far. Ever since he's joined Chelsea, I thought he was brilliant at Brighton. He's not looked a £100 million player, has he? Pep's not happy. He's absolutely pissing it down in Manchester by the looks of it. Pep's soaked and he's not happy either. Not just because it's raining either. It's I assume it's because of the football. Ball's back with Petrovic. Ben Chilwell's not had much of the ball, which I'm pleased about because I think he's a brilliant player. We were in for Ben Chilwell a couple of years ago. I think his injury record is too risky to be going in for a player. His age, he's on the wrong side of a player you want to be spending big money on. And factoring in, he spends half of every season injured. But he's such a good player when he's fit. He really is. Look at this, yeah, they're just letting the back three, they're allowed to have the ball, no problem. It's when they come forward that we're going to have to go long with it like that to Jeremy Doku, who brings it down on his chest, and it's a handball, is it, from Doku? No, Chelsea come away anyway with the ball. Gusto's now bringing it forward, Alvarez tracking back. Conor Gallagher out to Cole Palmer. Nicholas Jackson going for a run there. Cole Palmer's looking for options, he's got Ake to beat. And Ake takes it off him and gets all the way back to Ederson, who brings it down. Ederson, what have you done? It's to the byline. And it looks safe, just. Fucking hell, Ederson, you fucking... That's mistake number 2. Game in Conor Gallagher's not done here. They're not done. Cole Palmer's in. What a tackle from Nathan Ake. What a bit of defending from Nathan Ake that is. Ederson, sort your head out, mate. Copenhagen was enough. That was enough gifts for the opposition in 1 week. That's enough, Ederson, mate. And he's gifted Chelsea another opportunity there. The ball was pretty much cleared, to be honest. Akanji eventually gets it away. But Conor Gallagher feeds a lovely ball into the path of Cole Palmer. But Nathan Ake, with an unbelievable bit of defending, and big foot from Nathan Ake, pokes it out for a corner to Chelsea. And the danger's not gone. And Chelsea look the more likely to score right now. And it's worrying signs for City. They're 17 minutes in, and Chelsea have looked the better side just so far. They've not dominated the ball, but when they get it, they're dangerous. Whereas we, on the other hand, are not offering anything going the other way. Taking the sweet time with this corner. Hey up, Ade, how you doing, mate? It's Ben Chilwell, whose delivery is always good, and it is a good one. Into the box, Ruben Diaz, big header. Jeremy Doku nearly got on the end of that, but doesn't. It's going to come back, though. Conor Gallagher's cross into the box. Diaz away again. De Bruyne trying to help. No. Chelsea still got the ball. Cole Palmer's going to whip this in. Decides against it. Into Caicedo. Back to Gusto. Chelsea back on the halfway line now. City got a bit of shape together. If we can nick the ball now, this is the only time we can really expose the spaces. That Petrovic, man, he had about 50 yards of space. No one near him, and his touch then, it nearly ran under his legs. He's a dodgy keeper, mate, from what I've seen so far. Let's test him. Put him under pressure. Gusto. And the ball luckily goes off Ruben Diaz. Then Cole Palmer trying to feed it down the line to Gusto, who was in. But it hits the heels of Ruben Diaz, who's running in the right direction and fortunately goes out for a throw-in. Chelsea having a bit of possession now, which might be an opportunity to spring a counter-attack. Sometimes I do wonder, every now and again, especially against the likes of Liverpool and against the likes of Arsenal and maybe this game against Chelsea, I don't always have a massive problem. If we defend valiantly and properly and be assured in our positioning, I don't really have a problem with the opposition having the ball if it gives us opportunities to hit them on the counter-attack, because we rarely get the opportunity to expose the opposition for space, take them on the counter-attack and all that grass that's left behind them. It's rarely there. We rarely have that opportunity. Normally it's 10 men behind the ball and we've got to break down the door. When an opposition team gets the ball, part of me is like, go on, mate, yeah, go for it. Go forward. Let yourself open the door behind you, because when you lose that ball, we're going to break on you. The question is, have we got the players for the speed to do it? And here is an opportunity, because they have lost the ball, but Chelsea get everyone back immediately, because it wasn't really that a dangerous position to lose the ball in truth. But Alvarez, who's had a decent game so far, more on the defensive side, which is not something you want to be saying about Julian Alvarez. Nathan Ake there has fallen to the ground a little bit easily there. Haaland closing down Petrovic. They keep the ball, Chelsea, down by their own byline. Gusto fires it long. Conor Gallagher nods it on really well. And Akanji with a massive interception. That Erling Haaland with the touch of a wardrobe. Haaland, mate, you've got to do better there. That was a massive opportunity. I'm frustrated in this game. I really am. This is a massive game in our season. Can't underestimate Chelsea. I know they're 10th, but we know what they've done. It's gone out, that, hasn't it? Ben Chilwell coming forward. That's not what you want, but thankfully it's gone out for a throw-in. We've won 6 out of the last 8 games against Chelsea at the Etihad. So we've got a really good record against them. Pretty sure we beat them twice at the Etihad last season. Once in the league and once in the cup as well. And it was convincing. Still bugs me, that 4-4. I just didn't feel like there was ever enough control from City in that game. And it feels exactly the same right now. We're not controlling the game well enough. Ake's got an opportunity to tackle, and he does, on Cole Palmer. Bit of a slow ball from Conor Gallagher into the path of Cole Palmer. Invites the tackle from Nathan Ake, and he sends his RSVP and says, yeah, mate, I'll absolutely smash that. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the invite. There's so much space in behind. Why isn't Rodri or Akanji slotting those balls in? Chelsea are in. Gusto into the path of Nicholas Jackson. Sorry, not Nathan. Who the bloody hell's Nathan Jackson? Nicholas Jackson. And thankfully Ederson saves it. Fucking you, the fuck's Nathan? Don't know who that guy is. But it was Nicholas Jackson who fluffed his lines completely. Doku into Kevin De Bruyne onto the byline. Hold it, KDB. Hold it. It's a foul, referee. It's all over him. Enzo Fernandez is fired up, man. His tackling has been really good in this game. That free kick he scored against Aston Villa in the FA Cup as well. What a goal that was. So are we about to see the value in Enzo Fernandez? Because he started to play quite well. Kevin De Bruyne is looking for Doku. He's pointing at where Doku should be. And he finds him. Doku. Oh, he's going to... He decides to go for the corner. Doku there. I'm surprised he didn't take that ball and go for it himself. But this is too easy. Too easy. Looking at this, Cole Palmer just feeds Gusto down the line. The space in behind. And he's onside Nicholas Jackson as well. And it's a big save from Ederson, by the way. Someone who I've been criticising. But this is what I've been saying about his shot-stopping ability. Those are the chances where Ederson comes in. It's always one-on-one for Ederson. Edge of the area is Alvarez. And I mean, oh my God, Alvarez. Foden nods it back across the goal. Akanji's been flattened. City are claiming a penalty here. They're claiming a penalty because Akanji's absolutely been flattened. It looks like he's taken one to the dome, right into the temple of Manuel Akanji, and all the City players' arms go up in the air. It's not a penalty for me. For me, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty for me. I don't know. I'm surprised at how many City players called for that. He does, his arms hit him, but it's not anything unnatural that you wouldn't do as a natural action to jump. He's not gone in like that. It's just the coming together for me. That's not a penalty for me. Be surprised if this is given. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't actually know. I need to get the old earphones out. But tell you what, Chelsea are in this game more than we are. Every time. Ugh, this game. Oh, you know, it makes you shiver. Ugh. I'm going to drink it, though, just out of principle. But Nicholas Jackson, who isn't someone who can be trusted in front of goal, in my opinion, he does fluff his lines quite a bit. But that was a golden opportunity. It should be 1-0 Chelsea. It really should. I'm really surprised, Jeff, that he's not started. Alvarez has been playing well. He has been playing well. And if anything, it's out of the three that you've named there in Alvarez, Kevin and Foden. It's actually Foden who's been a bit the sloppiest. Couple of opportunities to beat his fullback and he's just decided against it. Chelsea over the top to Sterling. He's brought it down and Diaz gets it away. We're in trouble here, boys. We're in trouble here. This goal's coming if you don't sort this out. Honestly, Nathan Ake, Alvarez steps in. Doku's got to get back. Big shoulder from Doku onto Gusto and he brings it away, claiming for a throw-in. Kevin De Bruyne's got space and he pokes it past his fullback. Kevin De Bruyne is in. He doesn't look as fast as he used to. I said it last week. He's lost that yard of speed. Erling Haaland, back heel to Kevin De Bruyne, sends him wide and the chance is half gone. Yeah, it's really gone now and it's a corner ball. Just not that crisp. And Kevin De Bruyne, who has been sensational with his footwork, his technicality, there has never been in question. I said it last week that doesn't he look like he's lost a yard of speed? He looks, since that injury, he's not sprinting quite as, he's got that big stride, Kevin De Bruyne. And he looks like that injury has taken a yard out of his speed. It really does. De Bruyne's corner, though, into the box. Dangerous for Petrovic, and it's a big punch. Haaland's claiming a penalty at the back post. Alvarez whips it back in, and it's cleared by Disasi. Walker's got to do better there. Nicholas Jackson. Sterling was in there. Jesus Christ. The opportunity for Chelsea was in there. If that ball over the top was in, because Sterling was in his own in Chelsea's half, he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he wasn't even in City's half yet. If that ball had just gone over the top into the 30, 40 yards they're hanging on here, Ben Chilwell's just wrestled Erling Haaland to the ground, and that's more of a penalty than the Akanji one. I'm telling you, that's more of a penalty than the Akanji one. It's. I'm not sure it'll be given, to be honest, but no, it's not going to be given. It's a free kick to City, though. Oh. Taking a time over this. It's quite central, to be honest. De Bruyne's free kick's going to have to be a good one. Goes all the way over to Erling Haaland, who heads it. It was a good free kick from De Bruyne, it really was. Haaland's header goes into the back of, I think it was Conor Gallagher. Rodri wins the ball. Doku's right in the middle of the pitch, and he's done well to hold the ball. That's a free kick. Referee! Referee! No? What are you doing, man? Nicholas Jackson's going to bring it away, and Ruben Diaz so far has been brilliant, and he's getting in the face of the referee there, screaming for a free kick on Doku, and I've got to agree with him, to be honest. If you could drop a like on the stream, really does help. Close to, on 82 likes, can we get to 100 before half-time? 28 minutes in. And Chelsea, to be honest, they're worrying me. This game's worrying me. Almost to the point. It's a bit early to say get him in. Let's get in at half-time at 0-0. There's over 15 minutes to go. But I'm starting to think, like, Pep, get them in at half-time. You need to change this because it's not working. We're not creating anywhere near enough chances. And every time Chelsea get the ball, it looks dangerous. Akanji. Ruben Diaz. There's Alvarez. He's the one who's coming deep, asking for that ball. Ake out to Doku. It's almost like Chelsea don't mind us having the ball. It's like, yeah, no problem. Once we get to the edge of the area, it's difficult for us to break them down. That's a free kick, referee, is it? Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah, Rodri's just been clattered by Caicedo. Stones isn't injured, Ade. I think he's just been rested. He's on the bench, Stones. Gomez, by the way, is on the bench, which I know he's not like the most glamorous player, and he's certainly not going to come onto the pitch and win us the game. Watch him do that now, I've said it. But I'm just glad he's there. We need the players, man. Oh, fucking hell. Caicedo's just studied Jeremy Doku there, but nothing's made of it. Doku's cross over everybody's head, and that's the problem, Jeremy. We need to have better end product than that. It wasn't that bad a ball, to be honest. There was just no one at the back post, but Erling Haaland is the only, focal point for a cross in that situation, because you're not going to be crossing the ball to Alvarez for him to get on it. It's got to be pinpoint precision for a cross for Alvarez to head it. Haaland's the man you want. If you're going to loft it into the box, give Haaland a chance. Do you know what I mean? Give him a chance. Diaz. Vinny, I'm starting to agree with you, mate. We're not playing great. We're not playing great. It's credit to Chelsea, you know. You've got to accept, sometimes you got to hold your hands up and say the opposition are just nullifying what we're trying to do. We're keeping the ball, but we're not posing any threat at all. It's all in the first 2/3 of the pitch. Every time that ball comes into the final third, the attacking third for Manchester City, it doesn't look dangerous. Here we go. Let's try and get in now. Alvarez, no, turned away. He's got to go back. Yeah, lost the ball. Ooh, we're in a game here. We might have to nick this one. They're looking at that challenge again from Caicedo. And he's tried, you know what? He's gone for the ball a bit, but the ball wasn't really there to be won. Lovely turn from Rodri. City's starting to pose a little bit more of a decent possession. Not really much of a threat still, but we're getting closer to the edge of their area, and that's where we can play. Alvarez is in, and his touch is overran it. He's spun really well. Nicholas Jackson immediately on the counter-attack. We're in trouble here. Sterling is beating Kyle Walker. He's got to go back to Enzo Fernandez, and City have slowed them down at least. We've got to get a man over there. Doku, you've got to get back there, mate, because Cole Palmer's, and he's done that. Doku there. But Cole Palmer's maintaining his width out on the right wing for Chelsea, and there's a big pocket of space for there. And Sterling's in. So easy. He's got to be offside shot, and he's overran it, and Ederson collects the ball, and that's Raheem Sterling in a Manchester City shirt. If that was a bit of deja vu, that was, from Raheem Sterling. Major opportunity, and here comes City the other way. Jeremy Doku, he's thinking about it. Doku into Petrovic, and it's an easy save. He just passed it to him. You got to do better there, Jeremy. And Sterling, let's have a look. He was probably just offside by the looks of it, but there you go. Had an opportunity, and it's, that's awful touch. Awful touch from Sterling, and it knocks it far too far ahead of himself, and Ederson just picks it up. But that was Sterling in a City shirt all day long. That was just the can't be trusted in front of goal. Ederson, lovely ball from Ederson, composed down the middle of the pitch into Rodri, who can turn, feeds Phil Foden. Back to Kyle Walker, and we're playing that slow game again. I'm not sure this is the game for it, because Chelsea don't look... We're not unsettling them. We're not ruffling any feathers by doing this, Blues. We've got to be more aggressive. We've got to up the tempo. The passing is too slow. It's too slow. Look at them. They're stationary. You're pedestrian football. You've got to play quicker. That's it. Into Doku, and he's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, it's not even a throw-in, or is it? I'll take a throw-in because he ran it out of play for a goal kick anyway, Doku. But it is a throw-in to Chelsea by the down by their own corner flag. Oh, fucking nervous. And this is the game. This is the one game in the next set of fixtures with 3 home games in a row for City to make use of. And the Etihad's been a fortress for us. Fortress. I'm pretty sure we're undefeated. What is it? In... can't remember. I think it's 22 games. Yeah, I haven't lost a game at the Etihad in 22 games. So we're on a decent run at home. But we've got Brentford next Tuesday. I'll be doing a watch-along for that, so come and join me. Tuesday night, it's a 7:30 kickoff as well, which is a little bit early. I've got the dentist as well that day. Always puts me in a bad mood, the dentist. Fucking dentists, the worst. And then we've got Bournemouth away, which isn't easy, but very doable. Luton in the Cup, and then the Manchester Derby. The Manchester Derby. Free kick to City. De Bruyne's thinking about what he's going to do next. What bit of magic can he throw onto this football pitch? The City win percentage has gone down, and I don't blame it, to be honest. But Foden takes the free kick. It's gone in. Back post, and Nathan Ake was waiting for it, but it was a big header from Levi Colwill. And Conor Gallagher's going to look forward, and he boots it forward. Long, direct ball. Kevin De Bruyne gets underneath it, chased by Raheem Sterling, and he gets the ball back to Ederson. And City can start again. Oscar Bobb's an option. Ade, absolutely. It was good to hear Pep say what he said. He had a little interview before this game. I think it was done with Sky, so if you don't watch Sky Sports, then you won't have seen it. But It was a Sky Sports interview where he said he felt really bad about the minutes that Oscar Bob has had in the last few weeks. That's so good, man. I love Pep. I mean, who doesn't? Oh, it's such an obvious statement. Who doesn't love Pep, who is a Manchester City fan? But what he said about him was so true, because what he did against Newcastle, long ball to Haaland, can he bring it down? No, he can't. Alvarez is trying to run in, Petrovic comes out and collects it. But yeah, since that Oscar Bob last-minute winner against Newcastle, you know, you're thinking that guy's come on and dominated. He deserves some minutes. And Pep was saying, even in training, that he deserves minutes. I just can't give him to him because, you know, the teams are up against him, the opposition, and the players that are ahead of him. Let's be honest, Oscar Bob wouldn't even be on our bench. Or maybe, who knows, but Oscar Bob probably wouldn't be on our bench if Cole Palmer was still at the club. Oscar Bob's gone up a rank, hasn't he, because of Haaland, mate. I know he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, but if he did, Jeremy Doku is in acres of space there. Sterling is a disgrace, says Douglas. Why is that, mate? In what way? As a player or as a former Manchester City man? Oh, that beer sums up this first half. It really does. It's not even a beer. It's just a wannabe. It's just sludge with alcohol pumped into it. Conor Gallagher's down. Excuse me for the excited little peak in my voice there. Like, Conor Gallagher's down. He looks like he's struggling a little bit. Sorry to say. I'm not afraid to admit I enjoy when a rival player gets injured because it means we have a decent opportunity. With all due respect to Conor Gallagher, I hope he's all right after this game. But right now, piss off, mate. Piss off, because he is a massive problem for City in this game. He really is. He's vital for them and stopping us in our build-up play. And we will get through that midfield so much easier if Conor Gallagher's not there. I mean, their bench, by the way, it doesn't fill me. If I was a Chelsea fan, looking at that Chelsea bench, it doesn't fill me with confidence. Bettinelli, Chalobah, Gilchrist, Samuel, Smith, Harrison, Cassidy, and then the only three that I've heard of really that are genuinely worry me a little bit: Madueke, Mudrik's speed but can't finish, and Nkunku, who does worry me, and I'm surprised he hasn't started, because I'm telling you right now, if Nkunku received that chance that Nicholas Jackson received in front of goal, it's 1-0 Chelsea, because he can finish, mate. And we know that as City fans when he came to the Etihad playing for RB Leipzig, not last season, or it was 2 seasons ago, wasn't it? And he scored a hat-trick at the Etihad. So he knows how to find the back of the net, not only generally, but also at the Etihad Stadium. So, and the referee has got in the way there. You big orange clown. Renegade likes City. Sterling is a City player. I have one of his jerseys still. What, he gave you one of his jerseys? No way. What do you mean, like you got it on the name, or he actually gave you one of his match-worn shirts? Because that's amazing. Massive piece of memorabilia. Foden. Walker. Foden. Akanji's ball was a good one. Foden's just caught on his heels. It's got to switch on, Foden. Come on, mate. There's a couple of opportunities for Phil Foden down that right wing, and he hasn't been at his best so far. Guy's been in incredible form this season. Incredible. But this game, a little less so. I mean, he's not standing out above anyone else as playing badly. Just all of them are just meandering around 6 out of 10 performances. All of them so far. There's no one grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck and let me take this game to Chelsea. I mean, normally that's Doku, isn't it? Maybe Kevin De Bruyne. They're not doing it either. Doku's got the ball now. Here's the man to do it. Looking for options. He just goes back. That's a bit... People are whinging about Jack Grealish doing that. That was exactly what Jack Grealish does, which in fairness could be what Pep's asking him to do. But right now, this game's being played at far too slow a pace to pose any threat to Chelsea. 39 minutes gone as well. Big orange clown is not Trump, no. But the referee. Rodri's being hounded by Conor Gallagher, who seems fine. And a free kick was given, though, from Conor Gallagher, who's in the face of Rodri again. Gets it across to Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne now with a pocket of space, looking for options. Straight into the path of Foden, whose touch was poor, but ricochets in his favour, but Chilwell gets it away. Gusto half clears it. Cole Palmer, and then Gusto fully clears it and boots it up in the air for Nathan Ake to deal with. And he brings it down, Nathan Ake, really well. Cole Palmer fouls Nathan Ake. Really good from Nathan Ake. So far, it's Nathan Ake. Been the only player that stood out for me, and what's worrying me is it's been a defensive standout performance because of that one tackle. I mean, without that tackle, Cole Palmer was burying that. Golden opportunity. Kevin De Bruyne into the path of Alvarez, whose shot whiffed it, and his shot was that bad he got a second opportunity. He just sliced it so badly that it went up in the air, and Chelsea are in. Nicholas Jackson down the right wing. Kyle Walker's got a man across, and it's into Raheem Sterling, who's in on goal. Raheem Sterling, he spins Kyle Walker. Raheem Sterling makes it 1-0 Chelsea, and it's been fucking coming. It's been coming. It's been absolutely coming. It's not a surprise. I'm not surprised in the slightest. It's been coming. How many fucking warnings do you need, City? How many warnings do you need? Sloppy in the build-up play, giving the ball away. Acres of space behind, and they've just done us again. Raheem Sterling, who's had multiple opportunities already, and you can't keep giving him opportunities. Not the greatest player in the world in front of goal, is he? But let's be honest, you keep giving him opportunities. Of course he's going to eventually score. I'm sure Kyle Walker's going to get the blame for this, but Sterling spun him there and he whips it into the far corner. I'm sure Kyle Walker will get the blame for that, no doubt. But the shite that went on before it is going to be levelled at Kyle Walker, no doubt. Fucking shit. Bollocks, mate. It's been coming. 1-0 down again. 1-0 down again. Got to turn the game round. Pep is fuming. Pep is fuming. The ball comes down the right-hand side for Nicholas Jackson. Ball given away in City's half. Danger's not really there, to be honest. It's not really a problem. De Bruyne at half. And Foden's got space, edge of the area. Foden's shot is blocked by Levi Colwill. Akanji trying to get it into a dangerous area. And Doku, first time effort. It's just not good enough. Doku. He's got two people to beat. No one's helping him. Offer something. Alvarez. City being... we're being stifled out of this game. We really are. And De Bruyne's touch is another sloppy one from Kevin De Bruyne, and Sterling takes it off him. That's going to be a throw into City. Can we get an equaliser before half-time? Doesn't look likely, to be honest. I'd be gobsmacked if City get an equaliser from this half, because it's not what we deserve. Chelsea deserve the lead. They deserve it. Let's be honest. Rodri taking the game by the scruff of the neck, bursting forward. Foden one-on-one with Sterling. It's a good ball from Foden, and it's an unbelievable clearance from Disasi. Vital bit of defending right on half-time from Disasi, because Haaland was waiting at the back post. If he doesn't get his head on this, Haaland's making it 1-1. Yeah, and Roy, could Walker have done better? Maybe, but Sterling spun him. You know what I mean? It's a good bit of attacking play from Sterling, but what went on before Kyle Walker had to do anything? Ball into the box. It's not cleared. Is it cleared? What's going on there? But Haaland's missed a sitter again. It's not a sitter, but it's not even close to being on target, though. That's the problem. Another header from Haaland. He's so, he's just... The ball's come across from a corner, and it's deflected. It's taken like 2 deflections across the face of goal. Dangerous corner. Good delivery into the box. It finds its way to the back post to Erling Haaland. Chaos. And he's just got to nod it down towards the goal. But his header just goes up in the air. It's another 50p head from Erling Haaland. 3 minutes of injury time before the half-time whistle. Akanji's being chased by Nicholas Jackson. Ball back to Edison. The thing is, right, I mean, I don't want to talk like this, to be honest. It's not the way we think as City fans. But it's still in our hands even if we lose this game. You know, if we beat Liverpool and Arsenal, we go top. As long as we win the rest of our games, of course. That's assuming they win all their games. And if we were to win all our games, bar us, then, you know, still in our hands effectively. But it's not the attitude you want to be taking from this game at all. But lovely 1-2 by Doku and Rodri, and no one's in there. I'm not getting that same level of confidence from Jeremy Doku, that same level of excitement that I got at the start of the season. You know, he's beating his player and it's like, that's a good Doku, edge of the area, Alvarez, and it's just a fucking whiffer. He's whiffed it. Is that, it's got to be a corner. Surely that wasn't that bad. I'm assuming that's taken a deflection. Yeah, little one off Enzo Fernandez. And it's a corner ball to City right on half-time. Can we steal an equaliser, please? Let's steal an equaliser. Because right now, it's everything Chelsea deserve. Takes it short. First, honestly, it's abysmal. But it's got lucky. Foden's edge of the area. It was that bad. It was good. De Bruyne's cross, back post. Nathan Ake's got no chance. The fucking hell, boys. The delivery into the box has been atrocious, man. It really is. It's not just Doku either, who's had opportunities to cross decent balls. We're talking about Kevin De Bruyne. The delivery into the box has just not been good enough. He takes a short corner to Alvarez, who tries to whip it in first time. He slices his cross completely and it goes to the edge of the area to Phil Foden. He then gets his shot blocked, goes out to Kevin De Bruyne, then he whips one over everybody's head. Nathan Ake's backtracking, trying to make something of it. No chance. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. Doku. Ake. That's a little bit better into the box. Haaland's header is a bit better. Goes wide of the mark. Third header from Erling Haaland, but, you know, he crossed the ball. It was a decent ball from Ake. And Haaland's, yeah, it's not that bad. It's better than the last few balls that have gone into the box. But half-time is approaching, 30 seconds away. Pochettino's got to be buzzing with this. He's got to be very happy with the outcome of this first half. And Pep Guardiola's got his work cut out. He has got a massive task on his hands to turn this round, because we've turned it round against lesser opponents, you know. I mean, Newcastle are not in the greatest of form. We went 2-1 down to them. Brentford, Everton. But this Chelsea side, they've got something to hang on to right now, and they've just won their last 2 games, so they're confident. They won't be afraid. And there goes the half-time whistle. Wow, what a bad first half of football that was from Manchester City. Really disappointing. Really disappointing. Oh, let me sort that clock out. But yeah, 1-0 Chelsea. It's what they deserve. It is exactly what they deserve. It really is. It's disappointing. And I need a wee, which is even more disappointing, because I really thought I'd got all of it out. I thought before the game, I've got it all out. There's no way I'm going to need a wee and disrupt the stream. The stream of my piss has not been disrupted at all. Oh, that was a terrible joke. But Private says, weak. Why does Poch always have Pep's number? That's a great point, man. He always does, doesn't he? You know, Spurs, he did us in the Champions League, didn't he? He's given us so many frustrating games. Really has. And the 4-4, of course, at the start of the season, really frustrating. Jonny should see himself after that joke, yeah. Oh, you retracted it. I saw you, Eric. I saw you. I love it how people retract the things and I still read them. They're the best ones, mate. Danny W's had enough. I'm sick of this now. This defence has been weak for weeks. We don't deserve any more than losing at half-time, to be losing at half-time. Yep, I agree with the second statement, but the defence, yeah, we need to stop conceding goals. What's this? This is game number 12. Out of the last 14 Premier League games, we've conceded 12 in 12 of those 14. 2 clean sheets in 14 Premier League games is not how you win Premier League titles. It's not, you know. And you always say, the caveat to that is, right, okay, fine. Depends on the team sometimes, doesn't it? Because sometimes it's like, oh, well, that's not our style. We're a sort of team that will score more than you. That's our approach. But it wasn't our approach last season. We had the perfect amalgamation of defence and attack and creativity without giving away chances, no counter-attack susceptibility, just the ability to create and nothing to worry about at the other end was so good last season. Both departments have suffered this season. Both departments have suffered. The only difference in defence is Gvardiol's come in. There's no blaming Gvardiol today, is there? There's no blaming Gvardiol. And Laporte's left. And I mean, I'm sure people are going to blame Kyle Walker for not stopping Raheem Sterling, which I think is incredibly harsh, considering what's gone on at the other end of the pitch. Do you know? Why is there a big gaping hole for Nathan Ake to have to sprint back into? Is that Kyle Walker's fault as well? Why was the ball given away in the final third? Was that Kyle Walker's fault? No, the knock-on effect, that's the game, that's how it's played. You've got to be assured, and if you are going to play so open at the back, you can't be giving the ball away in such dangerous positions like that. It's not good enough. It really isn't good enough. I'm going to have one last swig of this shite and then go for a wee. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Why did we move from the system that we used last season? I don't quite understand it. Someone get Akanji out of midfield, please. Yeah, Akanji in midfield is odd. I mean, if you want to go back... The thing with today's system is, would you rather Akanji defending against Raheem Sterling, or would you rather Walker defending against Sterling? For me, it's Walker, the speed, you know, and I think it makes sense. And why Akanji's in midfield, to answer the question, is because John Stones played the full 90 against Copenhagen. I think that's the reason why, but I'm going to go for a wee before the second half starts. Don't go anywhere, Blues. Come on, City, for fuck's sake. I'm not sure what we're going to do in this second half. I mean, what changes do we make, really? The chair. Everyone loves the chair, don't they? Like, yeah, it does a lot of talking for me. I presume it doesn't say anything when I'm not here. It better not do. Not Johnny's a twat. He always sits on my face. What was I going to say? The bench. What's on our bench that can really have an impact on this game? Bob. Bernardo Silva. That's the one. Bernardo Silva, hands down. It would be harsh to take Alvarez off, in my opinion. I really don't think that's the nicest gesture to Julian Alvarez, who hasn't had that bad a game. But it's Bernardo Silva's game. I think, to me, it's Silva should be on this pitch. And I would put him on the right now. And ask Foden to come and collect the ball. And the thing that I said about Chelsea's game plan as well that's really frustrated me is they've not done it as well as they did at Stamford Bridge. They haven't stopped us from breaking out from the back. The problem's been just the lack of creativity once we've got to the edge of the final third. Any sort of final third play has just been so lacklustre and bang average from City. Really poor. And that's the area where I thought we'd struggle to even get to that area. Against them at Stamford Bridge, it was getting out from the back was so difficult. Their press was so well organised, and Conor Gallagher and Nicholas Jackson, they couldn't get us out. We couldn't get out. We've done all right in that today. We've managed to get out, which is good news in one way, but then the second aspect, in where you want to start seeing a bit more of a threat go in the final third, it's just not there. Which makes me wonder, do we even need to have someone collecting the ball? Can we not have Bernardo Silva come on the right wing and push Phil Foden into the middle, take Alvarez off? And Stones as well. I saw, was it Big M? Stones, I think it was you, Big M, but Stones as well could potentially come on for Manuel Akanji. I do find that odd how Pep seems to now think Manuel Akanji is a better midfielder than John Stones, because even in the which game was it? Was it the Everton? It was the Everton game, I think, where Akanji and Stones both pushed up into midfield at times alongside Rodri. He abandoned that after about 20-25 minutes. And you think, okay, you only need one of them. But the one he picked to stay in midfield was Akanji and drop John Stones into right side centre-back out of the three centre-backs. Why? I would love to know what goes on in training. Obviously, we don't see what they do in training, but surely Akanji is doing something with his body language, his ability to receive the ball on the half turn. It must be better than John Stones. Has he got a better range of passing? Is he more solid? What is it? And Akanji's an unbelievable player. I love Manuel Akanji, but John Stones, alongside Rodri, I felt like we were onto something last year. I felt like we were just going to see that again. But it's Akanji now, and that baffles me. And that's something I don't really often disagree with what Pep does. And when I'm questioning it, I normally go, okay, let's see how it pans out. This is a decision that I'm just outright disagreeing with now. I completely disagree with Pep's decision to play Akanji in midfield ahead of Stones. In this game, I get it, because John Stones played the full 90 minutes against Copenhagen. So, okay, you've got to rest certain players for certain stages of the season. I get that. But when the opportunity was given to Pep, you had a choice of which player would you prefer to play in midfield, because both were on the pitch at the same time. He chose Akanji. And Copenhagen are a much easier team to play against than Chelsea, and he chose John Stones for the easier game and Akanji for the harder game. I mean, it never always works out easier and harder, but on paper we should be beating Copenhagen, and on paper we should be having a tougher game against Chelsea, and it's panning out that way. But the two players are being given different responsibilities, and it's not right to me. I don't agree with that at all. Pep is cooking. He's allowed to make mistakes in his originality. Absolutely, Michael. 100%. 100%. I mean, I'm also allowed to question, as a fan. I rarely do question Pep Guardiola, but if the opportunity arises, I'm also allowed to question Pep Guardiola. But, I mean, more often than not, you question Pep Guardiola at your peril, because he'll make you look like a fool. So I would like to see the reasoning behind Manuel Akanji to come to fruition and educate us all as us layman fans to understand, why is Akanji better than John Stones in midfield? Why? I mean, the second half should be an opportunity for Pep to mix things up a little bit. But it's so bad. So bad. Mrs. got it for me off Valentine's Day. Chocolate, caramel and cookie beer. So bad. I hope she can't hear me. She is in the house. So hopefully she can't hear me. But yeah, it was a lovely Valentine's gift. But she got me a card. Oh yeah, she got me a card. I got it here actually. Honestly, blokes, you're going to love this. She got me a Valentine's card. Now, isn't this, as a man, isn't this the greatest Valentine's Day card you could possibly receive? Isn't that great? Isn't that great? The rest doesn't matter. The rest doesn't matter. No one read the rest. As a bloke, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It could have been a breakup card for all I care. It could be, your huge willy is great, but I'm leaving you forever and I hate you and you're a piece of shit and I wish I'd never met you. It could say that. But I'd still be like, hang on a minute, I've still got a big willy, yeah? You're still saying I've got a huge willy. Is that what you're saying? You're leaving me forever, but have I still got a huge willy? Is that what you're saying? Please massage my ego a little bit more. Please. Absolutely spot on. That is the and the unbearableness is probably the fact that I support City. That's a lot of the unbearable personality. I think that's a lot of it from her. I wanted to put that in the window of the house, but her mum comes round a lot, so there was no chance of that. There was no chance of that. I was like, put that in the bloody window. Everyone needs to see that card. Come on. But yeah, Blues. We've got to turn this round. It's so important that we don't... I think we need to win. It's not even a draw's good enough, to be honest. Cheers, MJG. It's all right, isn't it? And it's Sterling as well, who's becoming a regular thorn in our side. Do you know what I mean? Scored at Stamford Bridge. Scored at the Etihad now. Got the Carabao Cup final next week. Next Sunday. That's great news. So, that's the 25th of February. Let's have a little look-see at what the bloody hell's going on next week. With fixtures from a City point of view, because Liverpool obviously aren't playing. We're away to Bournemouth. We've got the... What game have we got next? So we've got Brentford on Tuesday, haven't we? That's the next game. What am I talking about here? Yeah, Brentford on Tuesday. That's our game in hand. But Liverpool also play Luton. So the day after we get our game in hand back, they can go further ahead again. Then after that, we've got Bournemouth away while they play in the Carabao Cup final. So that could effectively be our game in hand, which is really interesting. I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. If our backline push forward, we will concede again. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. And I mean, it's not... They're not even pushing forward that much right now when the gaps are so open, aren't they? They're barely forward now. They're on the halfway line. It's just how wide they are. When you have four with fullbacks that stay wide, it's okay. You've got your two centre-backs that can, swing across the back line. It's not a big problem. But when only Ruben Diaz is the one player to look after the back line while Nathan Ake fucks off up the front, down the left wing and Kyle Walker fucks off down the right wing, you're going to be open. And that's a question of Pep has so much trust in his players to, keep the ball well and play the football that he wants them to play, that he doesn't expect them to give it away. But they're doing it, Pep. They're doing it. Thanks again, Adju. I want to win this game to scream back Disarce. Is he pissing you off, mate? Is he pissing you off, Disarce? He put in some good headers in that first half, didn't he? There was one, there was ball whipped in from De Bruyne, I think it was, maybe Foden. There was a good ball to that back post. Haaland was just like waiting, just going to nod that in. But big touch from Disarce. And there's no Thiago Silva as well. They've got a second choice goalkeeper. No Thiago Silva, who is their rock in their defence. It doesn't even look like we're testing them in that first half. It needs to change. It needs to change. It might be a case of a bit of luck. We need to get a bit of luck in the attacking department, just to breathe a bit of confidence. Game's about to get underway. Second half. Alvarez standing above the ball. Always surprises me that the second half's about to start. It's like, what? Second half? Don't know why it surprises me. It was kind of inevitable. Alvarez gets the game underway. Back to Rodri, looking for that. Oh, Rodri, what's he doing there? Thinking about it. He was going to go for the long ball, but he decides against it. Goes back to Ruben Diaz. Down the middle, back to Rodri. 1-0 Chelsea. Fully deserved. Let's make a second half to remember, because we need to turn this round. No changes from either side. Still got Alvarez on the pitch. You've still got Akanji on the pitch. I didn't expect him to make changes at halftime. He rarely does, Pep. Very rarely does he make changes at halftime. It's normally around the 55th minute. Doku's got to be stronger there. He's dispossessed by Gusto, but he's done well there, Doku, and he's won the ball back really well from Jeremy Doku. And he's got players surrounding him. And he's gone past Caicedo. Could have gone down there. Doku into the byline. It's gone over everybody's head and it's almost cleared. De Bruyne is trying to keep it alive. Kyle Walker on the right wing now. City players are looking at Doku just like, they're like ball watching, like entertainment watching. Like, look how good he is at beating fullbacks. Let's watch him. No, help him. Don't watch him. Help him. He needs support. He's been on his own so many times this first half, and already he was like surrounded by Chelsea players and City players just like watching him. Let's see if he can beat them. Nah, mate, you got to get in there. Go and underlap him, overlap him, come short, offer something. Give Doku an option that's not just a simple 5-yard pass backwards that doesn't offer any sort of threat. Do something, make some triangles, rotate, move the Chelsea players around the pitch, stretch them more. It's a free kick to City in a dangerous area. This is shooting distance for Kevin De Bruyne, in my opinion. I think he should be having a shot from here. Cole Palmer's sat on the floor. He's going to be the draft excluder. The man who lies on the floor is Cole Palmer. And De Bruyne's face doesn't ooze confidence, but never does really, does it? He looks incredibly chilled, Kevin De Bruyne. He's about to take the free kick. It's got to be a shot. It's got to be a shot. KDB. And he's whipped it. Just over the bar. It's not a bad one at all from Kevin De Bruyne. He goes for the corner that you don't expect him to go for. He ignores the wall completely and goes for the opposite corner. And Petrovic was caught on his heels, to be honest. I don't think he was expecting De Bruyne to go for that corner. And it's close, you know. It's not far away at all. Doku's won the ball back. In a good area as well. Kevin De Bruyne with Doku going on the underlap. De Bruyne's ball into the box is easy to defend. Easy. Disasi clears it. That's De Bruyne in a nutshell, though. That is such a unique player, isn't he? He really is. Doku. It's a bad ball from Doku. No chance of any City player getting on the end of that. But that's De Bruyne, I'm afraid, because De Bruyne is just one of these players that will just keep trying and trying and trying. And he's so aggressive with his football and the style of delivery that he never plays it simple, Kevin De Bruyne. It's always the difficult pass. But it's when I say difficult, that's not a criticism. It's the pass that destroys defences. It's the pass that breaks open that barrier that Chelsea have built, or whichever opposition we're up against. He's the man that can do it, but he will continuously try and try and try the most difficult of passes. And as a result, and this is what's wrong with stats, Kevin De Bruyne is the sort of player that destroys stats. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hang on a minute, Kevin De Bruyne's got the worst passing percentage of any City player. He also gives the ball away all the time. And Walker's been brought down. That's a soft one. And Walker's just like, I don't know what's happened to Kyle Walker there. He's gone into the back of him. I'm partly thinking it might be a good decision from the referee. He's given a free kick the other way. A little part of me thought he did go into the back of him here. Sterling and Kyle Walker. Yeah, it's not. I'm surprised Walker's acting. He had a little tantrum on the floor, Kyle Walker. It's for me, I think the referee's got that right. Kyle Walker shoulders Sterling into the back, and that's illegal. Shoulder charging has to be shoulder to shoulder. It can't be shoulder into the back of someone, which is why bloody Brentford should have had a penalty today, by the way, against Liverpool. Robertson went into the back of Ivan Toney. Stonewall penalty. Stonewall penalty. But that was Kyle Walker going into the back of it. And VAR are looking at it. Yeah, no foul. I'm not surprised. They decided that quickly. And I think that's right. That's the correct decision. Sterling's acting very surprised. Pep Guardiola's acting surprised as well. And let's have a listen. No, I don't think that was a penalty. You don't get Goldbridge reactions on this channel, I'm afraid. You get realism on this channel. You don't get ludicrous, outrageous things for clicks. You get as realistic as possible. Ball went in from Chelsea. Chelsea are offering a threat now. The last thing we need is 2-0, for fuck's sake. Alvarez, good touch. He's going to go to Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden's on the overlap. He's got to give it him. Phil Foden's in and he's sent him wide. He's got to slow down now, Phil Foden. And Foden. Oh! And he gets it across the face of goal. Phil Foden is a surprising cross from Phil Foden, and Haaland has just been abysmal so far. Erling Haaland on anything that's come his way has just been sloppy. De Bruyne, Foden's cross, Haaland's not even close. It's a difficult one to get right, but try and make it look a little bit better than that, because it goes so far wide of the goal. Foden gets it across the face of goal. Haaland's got to jump and side foot the volley, the cross that comes in from Foden. He's got to side foot it at speed as well, mind you. It's not an easy technique to pull off. So give the guy a bit of slack. But it goes so far wide. It's not even close. Frustrating. But we actually hit them on the counter-attack, which is good. We nicked the ball off them. Foden was in. De Bruyne's ball sent Foden a little bit wide, but still good. The fact that we're getting into their box and doing that to them, it's the first time in the game I can really say that. But Chelsea are now coming the other way. Chilwell down the line to Jackson. Ruben Diaz has played him on, and Akanji left him thinking he's going to be offside, but Diaz has played him on, mate. And Conor Gallagher knocks it out for a goal kick. We got away with murder there. Fucking hell. I keep forgetting how bad this is. Do you know what's really frustrating about this game? Is I wouldn't swap a single City player for any of those Chelsea players. Not one. Not one. You mean let's do a combined 11? Which Chelsea player gets into this team? Into this City team? None. Doesn't look like that though. Today it's not playing like that. They look the better side. Like they're playing. We look like the side that are trying to control the game, but they've come with a game plan. They've come with a game plan to absorb pressure and hit us on the break, and it's working too easily. De Bruyne's ball into the box over everybody. Doku's got to chase it. Another example of a cross coming into the box, and it's just not good enough. I mean, you want Erling Haaland to... I mean, he's got on the end of 3 or 4 Haaland. He needs to do better when he does, but the ball's got to be better. That's not bad. Over his head, though. No, it was bad. Haaland, no chance. Doku's picked it up, prevented it from going out for a throw-in. Ake on the overlap. Nathan Ake coming forward now, and that's the problem. When Nathan Ake starts coming forward, you know the holes that we're leaving behind are going to be so gaping. Fuck's sake. Should we do a screenshot of every... we should do it. I like that, Marie. Just do a compilation one. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Am I still live, by the way? OBS just came up with a weird little error message that I've never seen before. Let us know if I'm still live, because that would be pretty shit if we suddenly just disappeared. Am I still here? Did it glitch? Section 20, you saved me. I'm good. Good. Bloody OBS. Cole Palmer bringing it forward. Gusto on the overlap. There's no one marking anyone. Fucking hell, Edison with a big save. Ben Chilwell away. Diaz off the line. That should have been 2-0. Should have been 2-0 after a massive save. Massive save from Edison. Chilwell, cross coming in. It's over everybody. Gusto. Shit, City, this is. This has been a shit show. It really has. It's so frustrating to watch this. It's one of the most frustrating games this season because they've offered nothing. Chelsea have just sat back. And the way they've hit us on the break, it's almost been like the perfect way to play against City. It's the perfect example of how to beat Manchester City. And they are living it right now, Chelsea, because it's just a case of let them have the ball. Let them have the ball. And then hit them. Lose the ball, then hit them. I'm glad I'm still live at least. I would rather City win the game and the stream disappeared though, to be honest. That's more important. Because this title, man, is very open now. Chelsea are in again. Diaz got to chase back. Got to get it back to Edison. He does. Devious ducky. This defence will ruin Man City. It's not looking good enough at the minute, is it? I mean, today I'm very much concerned about how little chances we're creating. Can you think of any Petrovic panic? Like, oh, Petrovic, the goalkeeper. There you go. Conor Gallagher winding up Rodri, and Rodri's pissed off. He's in his head. He's in his head already. I said it in the preview. He gives him nightmares. He's doing it again. Conor Gallagher winds up Rodri, but Doku, he's got space. A bit slow from Doku. He's going to beat Gusto to the byline. Oh, it's good effort from Doku. Haaland's trying to get across Disasi, who holds it up really well, Disasi. With Haaland on his back, Alvarez steps in. Haaland's going to win the ball back. That's a ball. City ball, that is it. Yeah, City throwing right by the corner flag. What would you do, Blues? What would you do? Bernardo Silva on is the only, the glaring, obvious player to come onto the pitch to make a difference. Is Bernardo Silva. Would it be for Alvarez? Doku. Rodri. Good spin by Rodri. Rodri's thinking about the shot. Conor Gallagher. It's a foul, referee! No advantage! Fucking blow, referee! There's a foul on Rodri on the edge of the area. Fuck's sake. Walker gets it out to Kyle Walker. This has been a grim game to watch. It really has. I'm not feeling good about this at all. Stones on, yeah, get Stones on. Who would you get Stones on for? Akanji? I mean, it's not like Stones is, he's got, half an hour of football to play? Doku versus Cole Palmer. I'm pretty sure Doku's arrival was the main reason Cole Palmer left Manchester City. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced he saw that signing, went, right, clearly they want another winger, then they don't prioritise me as stepping up, so I'm off. See you later. I'm convinced that's what's happened. Foden, who's been anonymous this game. De Bruyne, Walker with an opportunity to cross, takes his time, gets the ball into the box and it's cleared by Colwell. Another cross coming in that's just not good enough from everybody who's put a ball into that box today. It's just not been good enough. And the few times that it has, Haaland's just ballooned it horribly wide. But there's plenty of time to go, plenty of time to go. We can do this. Come on, we can do this. Nathan Ake. Jeremy Doku. Into the path of Akanji. Left foot. Akanji's cross is just, it's barely a cross. He's trying to pass it across the face of goal. Ruben Diaz has got to track back here with Nicholas Jackson right on his back. Nathan Ake with unbelievable play. Lovely play from Nathan Ake, and Cole Palmer brings him down for a foul. Cole Palmer's knocked it away. Cole Palmer's got himself booked for kicking the ball away. Manuel Akanji had an opportunity there to get it across the face of goal, but we're getting closer and closer to their goal, but it still doesn't feel like we're actually threatening them. That final ball has just not been good enough. Even Manuel Akanji, who's basically in the 6-yard box with his final ball, he got that close to goal. He was 8 yards away from goal, and he just cuts it across the face of goal, but no one's there. Disasi just he doesn't even need to clear it, he just gets the ball and runs away with it. Really frustrating game, this. Can you tell? Can you tell? Hope I'm giving that impression because I'm fucking fuming here. Frustrated, man. Doku. Can he spark some life into this team? Goes onto his left foot. Back post cross. It's to Phil Foden. And it's going to land, fortunately, and it's pinball. And it's just not landing, fortunately, to anybody in that City penalty area. Oh, and it's away. Phil Foden's effort at the back post. It was a good ball from Doku. He finds Phil Foden. First time volley. Swings his hips into that one. Gets everything into it. But he mishits it, Phil Foden. It's going wide of the goal, to be honest. Disasi tries to clear it. Alvarez keeps it alive. Haaland steps in to try and smash it in with a tap-in, and that's blocked as well, and Chelsea get it away. But here comes Phil Foden. Kevin De Bruyne to the byline. His cross is over everybody again, and there you go. That final ball. They're just not connecting tonight. There's just not a connection there. Phil Foden with a chance. Doku into the penalty area. 1-2 with Phil Foden. Edge of the area is Rodri. Rodri smashes it over the bar, and it's going to be one of them nights. I can smell it. You can smell it. Fuck. There's just, the cohesion just isn't there. They're not on the same wavelength at the minute. Every time Haaland goes near post, De Bruyne dinks it far post. Every time he goes near post, Haaland's like, I'm back post, mate. Just one of them games. Just got to get that cohesion. Needs to get his head up there, De Bruyne. Look at what Haaland was doing. He was sprinting at the near post. This is putting me in such a bad mood. Such a bad mood. Petrovic has been booked. Time wasting, I presume. Oh. Haaland trying to win it. Doesn't. Akanji brings it down. Composed. Back to Edison. Conor Gallagher, man. Well, you've got past Conor Gallagher now, right? So you've got opportunities to sprint forward. Rodri gets it across to Foden. Well done, Rodri. Walker on the overlap for Foden. Accelerating into Walker's path. Cross is blocked by Chilwell. Good defending from Chilwell. Jonny, is our stubborn manager going to make a change of some sort? You hope so. But right now it's Chelsea. They're making the change. Sterling off for Nkunku. I feel like they're going to score again. I feel like they're going to get a second goal. I feel like we're going to attack, get closer, get closer, get closer, and we're going to equalise, and then they're going to hit us on the break and get a second goal. I can see it coming. And him coming onto the pitch is why I think that's going to happen. Nkunku. Pochettino's done us here, man. He's absolutely done us. And that's a strange thing to say because this group of players have been performing so poorly for him this season. Here we go. City are making changes. We are making changes. Bernardo Silva's on. Alvarez off. It's got to be a straight swap, that, is it? Or is Bernardo Silva going to go on the right, Phil Foden in the middle, or Bernardo Silva in the middle? I'd personally go for keep Phil where he is because we're not getting any joy down that right-hand side, so it's not like... And Bernardo Silva's gone in the middle. Yeah, he's right in the middle of the pitch, and I think Bernardo Silva's someone who we needed at the start of this game. I'm surprised he didn't start him. I really am. Doku's going to win that. Hold it up, Doku. Into Haaland. Haaland's got through. Erling Haaland! Oh, no. And Petrovic has saved it. Fucking hell. Quick corner. Chelsea are sleeping. Doku's effort is just shite. He doesn't even want to look anywhere. He had a quick look at the dugout like, did Pep see that? Did Pep see what I just did? Because I'm getting hooked if he did. Because that was abysmal from Doku. But really good play by Doku before that. Before the corner, and his shot was just horribly wide. Doku's ball was really good into the path of Erling Haaland. You're thinking back of the net this is going to go, but it was an unbelievable bit of defending from Disasi again, who has been playing really well for Chelsea so far. De Bruyne, this little ball from De Bruyne just then was so poor. Tries to knock it round the corner, but no one was there. And Chelsea are in. Conor Gallagher's got past, and he's got Nkunku. Don't do what I said. Don't do it. And Jackson over the bar, and there's the check. That's exactly the scenario I've been talking about. That's exactly what I said. Private said, don't say that. I said it for a reason, mate, because I can smell these things. It was coming. Nkunku should have taken their opportunity there, Chelsea, because that should have been 2-0. Doku brings down a lovely ball that's fed all the way over the top, and then Gusto gets in a vital touch, and Doku's powerful attack. Bollocks, referee. He's given a free kick. Bollocks. Gusto's got a bit of cramp, but Nkunku's bit of rustiness, having just come onto the pitch. Thank God for that. Thank God for that, because, I mean, yeah, he was offside anyway. But he should have taken his chance there, Nkunku. Killing me here. Thanks for all the likes, guys, as well, by the way. 137 likes. We've got over 200 people watching the stream. If we could get to 150 likes, I will be massively appreciative of that. Zero motivation from City, Devious. I'm not sure it's a lack of effort, mate. I'm not sure it's a lack of effort. I do feel like it's just a... It's hard to pinpoint right now. It feels tactical. It feels more tactical. I feel like Chelsea are defending really well. There isn't that much quality. The delivery into the box has just been nowhere near good enough. I don't think I'd question the effort from City, though. I just feel like it's just not been good enough. Like the actual... Mainly the crosses into the box have just been so far from the targets. You know, Haaland or Alvarez. Every cross has just either gone over everybody or hits the first defender. It's criminal crossing. Criminal. Should be going to fucking prison for some of these crosses. It's got to be better. And Chelsea are just laughing. Look how narrow their back four is right now. They're not even bothered about the ball going out wide. Because they know the ball that's coming in hasn't just not been good enough. Got another opportunity. Phil Foden goes inside to Rodri. Come on, City. Diaz gives it away, but Rodri intercepts and tries to win it back. Haaland's going to get on the end of that. Is he? No, he's not. He's lost it as well. And Cuckoo out to Nicholas Jackson, who's coming down that left wing, and he's got acres of space to run into. And Kyle Walker's saying, go and have at it, mate. I don't know why Kyle's not thinking. He needs to get across him a bit quicker there. Dangling the carrot. Enzo Fernandez, edge of the area, and it luckily gets through to Edison, who picks up the ball. And the threat is gone, but I tell you what, this has got 2-0 Chelsea written all over it. Written all over it, this game. I'm sorry I'm being so negative, but I'm vocalising what I'm seeing. And I'm City need to do something drastically and quick. Doku, good ball out to Foden. De Bruyne is on the underlap. Takes it onto his right foot. Doku with Colwell to beat. And it's a corner ball. Ramon Pal says City cannot break low block. This game, you're absolutely right. We've done a reasonably good job of it in recent weeks. Everton, incredibly low block. Brentford, ridiculously low block. This game, not so much. Corner comes in, cleared. I'd be interested to see the number of crosses that have come into the box from City that just haven't been found. Bernardo Silva, twinkle toes, shots blocked. Doku, back to Diaz. Even that frustrates the life out of me. You know, a simple 10-yard pass, no threat, no Chelsea player near you. Even a 10-yard pass goes so far past Ruben Diaz, he thought it was for someone else. He was looking at it like, that can't be for me, because that ball was so shit, it can't be for me. No danger, it didn't cause anything, but it's just a little sample of what we've been doing today. It's got to be better. De Bruyne's ball, I'm fucking gutted with this performance. Gutted. De Bruyne's won it back. Haaland runs away from it thinking, honestly, it's a totally different mental wavelengths we're on today. De Bruyne and Haaland, they're nowhere near at the races. Nowhere near. Even a throw. We can't even throw it now. Rodri, shot, blocked. We need some luck. We need a bit of luck because we are still getting a lot of the ball. That's the good news about this, is we are getting a lot of the ball. It's not like Chelsea are bombarding our goal. So if we can do something a little bit better creatively, then there's every chance of getting back into this game. But I'm more worried about the other end. Even though we've got the ball, it's just like any minute we're going to give it away and Chelsea will break on us. And they have picked their moments perfectly, Chelsea. Perfectly. Devious has turned to the gods. The footballing gods. Will they listen to Devious Ducky, who is requesting the help of the footballing gods? Marie said Jonny drinking the beer has been more entertaining than what we've seen on the pitch. Just my reaction to how shit this has been. Chalaba's onto the pitch. He's come on. It's 8%, so I'm not going to waste it, am I? I need to be shit-faced for this shower I've been watching so far. Rodri. Gets a bit fortunate. That's so bad. The aftertaste, man. It's worse every sip. Kyle Walker, ball into the box, cleared by Disasi. How many times have I said that today? How many times have I said that? Would you take a draw? I'm starting to think a point wouldn't be bad. You know, a point wouldn't be that end of the world. Considering how we've played, at the start of the game, I'd be like, absolutely not. A draw is nowhere near good enough. But De Bruyne to the byline, across the face of goal, and even then it's like Levi Colwill gets some sort of touch on it, which takes the pace off the cross. And no one there. No one there for a tap in. Haaland's gone back post. De Bruyne's gone near post. It's the same pattern again. Just the cohesion just isn't there. And Colwell, there you go. Look at his face celebrating that block of the cross, celebrating it like a fucking goal. We've got to have that attitude, man. We've got to think like that. Petrovic is giving it away to Foden, but it's not really in a dangerous position because Chelsea have still got their shape. There's 20 minutes to go. We can turn this round. We can steal something from this game. Tell you what, imagine if we win it. Imagine. Unbelievable. Cross from Kevin De Bruyne. And guess what? Guess. Have a guess. Have a guess what happened. And here come Chelsea the other way. In on goal. Ben Chilwell. It's just so predictable. Ben Chilwell. Come on, Blues. Nathan Ake. Beautiful. Good defending that. Really good. Gets across. Doku pissing about with it. Has given it away. And Gusto's going to bring it about. What are you doing there, Doku? Ake's been done nearly there by Gusto. Doku got a second opportunity to beat his man. He had the ball there, Doku, and Doku's giving it away again. Ah, Pep, this has been a real eye-opening result. A real eye-opening, not a result, but performance, because I'm worried. I'm so worried. And I mean, you're allowed a bad day at the office, but this is on the back of 11 wins in a row. Do you know what I mean? It's like... I told you, the Liverpool and Arsenal results have affected them. It's affected them because it's like, okay, we expected them to win, but the way they won, the goal difference damage. I mean, we're not even worried about goal difference now, are we? We're talking about points. Even if we scrape a 2-1 win, we stay in third, albeit with games in hand, but I'm still, man, like... Oh, a bit of sloppiness there from Disasi. Lets the ball run out for a throw-in. City got the ball. And there's De Bruyne with the throw-in. Like, come on! I'm starting to make... you know what? That right there was attitude for me. And I'm very much against saying play. Lovely ball from De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva across the face of goal. No one was there, Bernardo. No one was there. And it's not his fault. Someone should be fucking there. Petrovic collects the ball. But that's an example of attitude that I'll never, ever like saying City players don't have a good attitude. And if they don't, I'll say it. I haven't really seen a bad attitude from City today, but then I saw it. Kevin De Bruyne got the ball and he was looking for a quick throw-in, and the City players were like, what, you want to take a quick throw-in? And they weren't ready. Foden, and it's cleared. Chelsea have started to be a bit sloppy, to be honest. Their football's not as crisp as it was in the first half when they do get the ball. Their defending is a bit last-ditch, to be honest. De Bruyne's been brought down there. Are you not giving that, referee? Doku. Lay it off, Doku! Fucking winding me up, Doku, today is. De Bruyne is hurt as well. He's still down on the edge of the area, waiting for a free kick. It's a free kick, referee. Where's the advantage? Free kick on the edge of the area for City right now is exactly what we need. Because we aren't breaking him down through our open play. Doku. Can he be the man to do it? Bernardo Silva. And the cross is... Well, I mean, talk about crossing from there. It's not even a cross. De Bruyne is hurt as well. Looks like a knock more than a muscle injury. He's back on his feet. He's going to take that corner. Daniel Wang, I think you're right, mate. Doku's been holding on to it too long today. Bit of a Jack Grealish performance from Jeremy Doku, holding on to that ball. You're absolutely right. I think you're right. Corner ball. Fucking hell, De Bruyne. I can't stand that shit. First man, you got to beat the first defender. That sums up De Bruyne's afternoon. It's been a sloppy day at the office for Kevin De Bruyne. The balls into the box have just been so wayward. And there you go. Phil Foden, byline, he's reached it. Back post to Haaland. Haaland holds off Chilwell because it's gone all the way over him. Of course it has. And the next cross goes over everybody's head. Of course it does. Because that's what we're doing today. We're crossing it over everybody. We're just crossing it to Chelsea shirts. Shite. The first cross gets over to Bernardo Silva. That goes over from Foden, byline. Cross all the way over. Haaland's like, all right, that's going over me. So I'll try and help by holding off Chilwell so Bernardo Silva has a chance to cross it back into the box. He then crosses it over everybody else's head. Honestly. And the crosses, even if they come off, give Haaland a glimmer of hope. It's not like these crosses are like, look, any threat whatsoever. Rodri, edge of the area. De Bruyne is brought down, referee. I'm clutching at straws, hoping the referee can give it a big tackle from Manuel Akanji there, who's absolutely clattered Nicholas Jackson there. Big tackle. Love that from Manuel Akanji. And he's flattened him. City have got the ball. Doku. Cross is, deflected. And because it was deflected, it looked good. Let's do that, shall we? Shall we try and deflect some crosses into the box and make them look good? De Bruyne's cross into the box, and this time it's fucking Haaland who's missed a sitter. The first time in the whole game the cross has been good. The first time. And Haaland just whiffs it. Absolutely whiffs it. No. That was the one. On a plate. De Bruyne, that's what he's been doing all game. I said it. That's De Bruyne's game. Shit crosses until they're fucking unbelievable. And it was an unbelievable cross from Kevin De Bruyne. Haaland, edge of the 6-yard box. Just keep it down, mate. Do you know what? He doesn't look like someone. I mean, the guy always, shows different levels of confidence. But that face from Erling Haaland was pure embarrassment. Pure embarrassment. And Rodri's been dispossessed, but Ruben Diaz steps in. Fuck's sake, City. Fuck's sake. Goals conceded in the last amount of time. I didn't actually see the numbers, but I think Chelsea were in quite high at conceding late goals. There's still time to win the game. Do you know what I mean? If that goes in, game on. Massively game on. But this could be the sort of game that we look back at the season and forget the performance. We might be looking back at this game at the end of the season and completely no memory of how bad we played. No memory. We could be saying, well, we won. You know what I mean? Could it be one of those nights? Could it be? Is you need one of these every now and again. Doku's just being stood up by Gusto here. He's going nowhere fast. It's very fast, but he's going nowhere. Gets the ball to De Bruyne, though. De Bruyne's pass back to Nathan Ake. Comes off Gallagher, and it's a corner ball to City. Cheers, Marie. 148 likes. Do you reckon we could get that to 150? Before City score, very, very likely, to be honest. The ball has come in. Haaland's header back post is not reached him, but Bernardo Silva's going to keep this alive. Bernardo Silva, Ruben Diaz thinking Bernardo Silva, and it's past the post. Probably the best effort of the game, to be honest. I'd like to see how close this was from Bernardo Silva. He gets the ball at the back post from another cross that goes over everybody's head. And he tries to get it back onto his left foot and look and whip for that top corner. But it goes wide. Haaland's got to bury that. He's got to bury that. You've got to score there, Haaland. You're missing too many sitters, Haaland. You're missing too many sitters. I mean, the one in the first half was like, okay. It was quite high. You had to leap. There's very few players that could get as high as Haaland did. So it's like, it's quite harsh to judge him on a header that, most human beings couldn't even get up that high. But that one was on a plate. On a plate. Doku, who's got to do better. Cross comes in over everybody's head again. Haaland somehow keeps it alive with a bicycle kick that was unbelievable dexterity and athleticism from Erling Haaland. Really good to keep that ball alive. But it was another shit cross. Let's be honest, he's kept that alive by the skin of his teeth. I'm sick of saying it. I'm sick of saying these crosses coming into the box have been atrocious. Honestly. Bernardo Silva's not quite had the impact on this game. We've had 3 shots on target in this whole game. 3 shots on target. Doku's attempted ball into Bernardo Silva was blocked by Gusto. It doesn't even feel like we're going to score, you know. Anyone seen Tuna? He could be in the ocean, mate. Oh. No, I don't know. Do you know who I miss, by the way, who I haven't seen in a while, is Jan. Everyone, I haven't seen Jan in the chat for ages. Hope she's all right. I'm not suggesting anything's happened or anything, but I haven't seen Jan. Hope I didn't offend her or anything like that. But Jan was a very enjoyable City fan to have in the chat. Akanji, 9 minutes to go, if that. Doku. Rodri. De Bruyne. Edge of the area is KDB. Bernardo Silva controls it really well, gets that ball to the back post. Oh, guess what? Cross over everybody. Kyle Walker comes in. It's going to be Rodri. Keeps it down. Rodri makes it 1-1! 1-1, we're back in the fucking game! Let's fucking go, Blues! Let's fucking go! Come on! An absolute thunder bastard from Rodri. Makes it 1-1. 8 minutes to go. Oh, I'm not sure we deserve it in truth, but I'll fucking take it. I'll take it. Oh. Come on. Come on, Chelsea will shit the bed now. They will absolutely shit the bed. Right. Rodri's celebrating too much there, in my opinion. He's absolutely lost his head. He's literally punching his own head. He's lost it that much. He's just running around doing that. Like, he's so angry. Come on, Samuel. I'm hoping you're right, my friend. Hopefully. Come on, Messi regen. Let's do this. Can we steal? Because it would be a steal. This could be, like I said, this could be that game where we look back on at the end of the season and go, I don't remember how badly we played. Don't remember that at all. I remember that we won. I remember that we won. Could it be that night? That makes my shoulders do that. You know what I mean? Oh, such a bad drink. Worst Valentine gift ever. No, to be fair, she got me some good stuff. Nathan Ake. Doku. Ake. So you're slowing it down a little bit here. There was a bit more frantic football being played before we were able to score. That was the exact sort of goal that we'd needed for this game. The exact sort of goal. A game that, free kick to Chelsea. It's in the City. It's in the Chelsea half, mind you, so it's not in a dangerous position, but it's really disruptive, that free kick, because you don't want to give Chelsea the ball in a free kick in that situation, because now they're going to kill the game. They're going to waste 30 seconds taking this free kick. Mustafa, mate. I wish I was a fly on the wall in your house, mate. Took off my shirt and ran outbound. Chelsea. You know what? I still wouldn't rule out a fucking Chelsea goal either. That's the problem. That's the problem. Going the other way, it's still susceptible to a counter-attack or something stupid. Now that Chelsea have got the ball as well, I'm starting to worry. They've gone all the way back to Levi Colwill. I've managed to keep my ears a reasonable colour this stream. It's not night though, is it? They only go red at night. Anyone who's wondering just tuned in like, what the fuck is he on about? Especially if you didn't see the last stream, or any of my previous streams for that matter. But I tend to have incredibly red ears at night time. Which is just weird. It's just weird. Foden. Rodri. Doku. Gusto's bringing it away, but Ake's dispossessed him. Rodri's looking for options. He plays it simply to Akanji, who's on the halfway line. Akanji's dink into the middle of the pitch was a little bit hopeful more than anything. Haaland's going to chase that. Petrovic has booted it clear, and Nathan Ake, who for me has been our best player. Nathan Ake. Which is a weird sort of performance from the whole team. But everything he's done has been decent enough. Mr. fucking reliable. Nathan Ake. What a player he is. As for the rest of them, so inconsistent throughout the game. I think Rodri's added a goal to his game that I think he's not been bad though. But De Bruyne is going to have a cross here. And it's another one that goes across everybody. He's going to get one right, isn't he? He already has. Haaland missed it. He already has. Rodri, edge of the area. And it's cleared. This cross comes in from Rodri. Bernardo Silva tries to get underneath it, and Chelsea get it away. Akanji's got to leg it back to the halfway line, but there's no out ball for Chelsea, which is great news, because that means they might be accepting of the 1-1 draw. But there's still always going to be a threat. You know, you've got Nkuku, who's not slow. Conor Gallagher, look, he's puffing. He's absolutely puffing. Doku, mate, he's got to do better. He's been double-teamed occasionally, I'll give you that. But, brilliant. I was just, oh no, he's turned back. You did the hard work, Doku. You beat him and you turned round and thought you had to do it again. You've beaten him once already. Why are you turning round? Trying to beat him again. Doku into Rodri. Conor Gallagher. Oh, Rodri, mate, you've misread it. And Conor Gallagher's coming away. Enzo Fernandez. Kyle Walker gets back. Slows the attack down really well. Chilwell's got to slow down. Good from Kyle Walker, but he's let Chilwell run over him. That's offside. That's offside. Get your flag up. Flag's gone up. Tell you what, imagine if we win this. It's the last thing we deserve, to be honest. Do you know what I'd love? A diving Nathan Ake header from an abysmal cross. That's what I'd love. Back post, he's just said, I'm sick of these crosses coming into nobody. Kevin De Bruyne's cross over everybody's fucking head again, Kevin! You don't need me to say it. The guy, people who say, like, oh, I've got a problem with De Bruyne, I'm saying what I'm seeing, and De Bruyne has just held his hands up and said sorry. So if he's saying sorry, even he knows it's not good enough. I mean, the one cross he's got right, Erling Haaland's completely fucking whiffed. Fucking Kyle Walker, good header. Bursts past Enzo Fernandez, but he's got no blue shirts as an option. Phil Foden ambles across there. They look knackered, City do. To be fair, we're going up against a team that didn't play midweek. We had Champions League football, and it's starting to show a little bit in some of the energy levels. If we've got to track back, I'm worried. Nathan Ake, Doku slows it down. Doku's thinking about beating Gusto. He's thinking about it. Cole Palmer offers a ball. De Bruyne, edge of the area, into the path of Akanji. Have a fucking shot, Manuel. Why the fuck not? Nathan Ake, out to Doku. Doku, mate, thank God the ball, Disasi intercepted that, because there was no one getting on the end of that cross from Jeremy Doku. The cross was so bad. But Disasi didn't want to take any chances, and he heads it out for a corner. And if he just let that go, it had just gone out for a goal kick, or maybe into the hands of Petrovic, whichever it would have been. It would have been no threat to Chelsea. But we do have a corner now. Kevin De Bruyne's cross has come in from Erling Haaland, and it's come nodded down into the ground and up into the air to the hands of Petrovic. The first cross from De Bruyne that's... well, it's not. I'm saying that I'm over-exaggerating how bad De Bruyne's crosses have been. But they've not been good enough. 4 minutes of injury time. Ade's saying Haaland's having one of them days. Don't do this to me, City. Caicedo. Gusto. Conor Gallagher on the overlap. Down the right-hand side. Here come Chelsea. Cross comes in. Back post is headed back across the goal. Nkuku. Ederson collects. Hold the ball. Well done. Rolls it out to Nathan Ake. Devious, I like it, mate. Maybe. Oscar Bob on for a last-minute winner. Who for, though, mate? Who for? Doku, probably, for me. Ball over the top. Haaland and Foden seem to trip each other up there. Haaland's just looked fucking livid. He looks I literally lip-read him there. He went, for fuck's sake. I mean, it wasn't subtle. Didn't need an expert FBI forensic lip reader to understand what he just said there. He just went, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I feel you, mate. I feel you. You could do something about it yourself, though, Erling. De Bruyne's cross. Doku somehow keeps it alive, but another ball from De Bruyne. Haaland's in the middle, not the back post. He's in the middle. Nathan Ake's just been clattered by Caicedo. Ake's received a whack there. Diaz has said, you've got no time for a concussion. No time for a concussion. Up you get. Bit harsh from Ruben there. Ake's like, fucking hell. And Diaz is like, sort them eyes out. Stop being so wonky. We're playing football. De Bruyne thinking about his 600th cross of the game, and it's blocked. No, play on, play on. He's down on the floor. Kyle Walker's shot goes over the bar, and it's kind of deserved, to be honest, because we played on when a man went down, but Enzo looked to be winded there. But that's bullshit tactics from Chelsea, that right there. De Bruyne's cross is blocked by Enzo. It clearly winded him. It flattened him. He went down, but he did that, you know, raising the hand in the air like, oh no, my leg's broken. My leg's broken. Everyone stop the game. And the City players carry on. Kyle Walker gets the ball and he drills like a 30-yard shot. Ugly. Well over the bar from Kyle Walker. Which is, you know, I'm not up for, you know, play to the whistle is how I play. None of this fucking pissing about, knocking it out and being kind to the opposition. Hospitality FC. Fuck that. Play on. Kyle Walker's coming down that right wing with a like a bloody traction engine. Unbelievable. Into the path of Ruben Diaz from Phil Foden. Ake's got an out ball on the left-hand side. 1 minute remains. Jeremy Doku down the left-hand side. One-on-one with Gusto. He's beating him. No, he's not beating him. It's a corner ball to City. Corner ball. Corner ball. Get a good ball into the box. Please. Please, just get a good ball into the box. Stefan, it would be daylight robbery. It really would be. But I'll take it. I don't mind robbing. De Bruyne's ball, back post. Haaland somehow... Petrovic comes out a bit wild from Petrovic and Colwell gets it away. Foden, switch on. Ederson's come forward. Still a potential... Ederson's touch! Oh, fucking Nkunku. It's close to Ederson. Foden's going to bring it forward. Seconds remaining. Rodri. And Chelsea so far have taken 4 points off us. 4 points they're taking. Erling Haaland's header. And it's going to be a Kanji. Handball. They're screaming for handball. City players are screaming for handball. Doku. Fed by Kevin De Bruyne. Doku's shot. It's just not good enough, Jeremy. You've not done anything this evening. You've not done anything, Jeremy. It's not been good enough. And that's going to be the full time, surely. Unless they're going to look. You can't blow your full time whistle until the VAR's looked at that decision. Because if there's a handball in there. Bernardo Silva's back post. Cross into the box. Nathan Ake. Rodri. It's deflected. Oh, fuck me. It nearly went into the back of the net. They're having a look. They're having a look. They're having a look. What are they looking at? No, it's not handball. It's not handball. It's touched his hand. It's not handball, though. It's... Ooh, actually. Actually. I feel like that's not going to get given, though. It's a little bit harsh on Chelsea. He just moves his hand a little bit there, doesn't he? He rolls down his shoulder and off his hand. Corner ball. No penalty. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Still, corner. Corner ball. I mean, I'm pleased with 1-1, how this game's panned out. Corner ball's come in. And it's going to be cleared. There's the full-time whistle. That's exactly... You should be walking away, City, thinking, well, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Because that was just nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough. The crosses, man. The crosses. I don't think I'm going to live it down. How many crosses came into that box that were just nowhere near to the standards of winning Premier League football matches. And the one that did come in, Haaland, whiffed it. Absolutely whiffed it. The full-time whistle has gone Blues and the game is finished 1-1. And I think, we can be pleased with a point. We can be pleased with a point. I think we need to accept that was just not a good enough performance, a frustrating afternoon. Give credit to Chelsea where credit's due. They defended those crosses very well. They positioned themselves well, but they weren't tested enough. And it's a bit deflating. It's a deflating result. Certainly handed the initiative to Liverpool and Arsenal. City are in third. Haaland is looking totally deflated as the cameraman gets into his face and Haaland pushes the cameraman away, and then he does one of them. And I'm pretty sure some brain came out then. Not just snot. I'm pretty sure a part of his brain came out. That much came out of his nose then. Fucking hell, Erling. We got an absolute profile of Erling Haaland. Go, just like a volcano of crap just came out of his nose. Could have been why he was missing all those headers. Maybe he needed to do that before the game. Who knows? But Manchester City have dropped 2 vital points in the title race that's absolutely handed the title initiative over to Liverpool and Arsenal, and we are very much in a title race with 2 other teams, which is exciting for the neutral, frustrating for us Blues. I'm going to jump onto the match reaction after this game. Come and join me for that. There's some interesting topics to discuss, frustrating ones. It's going to be a negative one, unfortunately. I presume you've figured that out from how this stream has gone so far. It has been a frustrating one, really frustrating, but I actually think we can be quite glad to at least not lose the game. At least we've not lost the game. That's a silver lining to this situation. But still, come and join me for the match reaction. Take care, Blues, and I'll see you then.